Welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy. In this video, we are covering the best talents to pick to make you overpowered. There are quite a few talents in this game that are not going to do much for the player, and in order to unlock the talent trees, you just need to make a little bit of progress into the game's story. It took me a very long time to get the talent tree because I've been doing so much exploration. I think it took me about 8 or 9 hours game time just to unlock my broom. But just quickly before we get into this one, I would appreciate it if you would leave a like on the video if you enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel and turn notifications on to be updated when I upload videos. So you'll see here we have 5 different talent trees. The very first one you're going to want to focus on is core. The last one I would recommend is stealth. There are barely any stealth talents available in the game, and they're just not really going to enhance your gameplay that much unless you are adamant you are wanting to be stealthy all the time. The biggest thing by far to note with these talents is that you are limited to the points you get. You will not even eventually be able to unlock every single skill there is. But not only that, there is absolutely no way to respec your points in this game, so you need to be very, very careful with which ones you are picking. The most important is the core tree, and I'm going to say the most important ones in here, especially for ease of use with everything, is spell knowledge. And there are 3 different tiers. Each one is going to unlock a new spell set. So if we quickly back out, I can show you exactly what it does. So you're going to see my spells at the bottom right. I've got Incendio, Confringo, Accio, and Levioso. Instead of having to go into my list of spells and change things out, if I hold down the spell button, being the right trigger, and I use right on the D-pad, it changes, and then I've got all my utility spells, and then for dealing with the Room of Requirement, I've also got all the conjuring spells. It makes it very, very easy to switch up to the spells you need. If I'm free roaming and I've got this spell set activated, and I find a chest with an eyeball, I need to use Disillusionment, I simply just hold my right trigger right on the D-pad, and then I go and I cast Disillusionment. Very, very easy, a really important talent. Then I would still focus on the core talent tree, and I would work on this right hand side, providing you are a high enough level. Level 16 will make this middle tier available, but what you want to get is the Wiggenweld potency. Wiggenweld potions are the potions that will give you health. So when you're in combat, you're low health, it's going to be your health potion. By unlocking both of these tiers, you go from, gaining a third or a quarter of your health back when you use a potion. You gain pretty much all of your health back. I've had it flashing. I'm very, very low health, like 1 hit away from death. I've used the potion with the potency 2 upgrade, and it's taken me all the way back to full health. So a very, very important one for survivability. Then we have over here, Swift. This is not only going to be helpful in combat. You can see the little video tutorial there. It shows you what it does. But when you get the passageways that your character needs to crouch down and go through, they can be a little bit tedious. It takes a while to go through them. If you use Swift, so just hold down your dodge button just before you enter the animation, you're going to swift through, and it makes that process a lot faster. So it's going to be incredibly helpful in combat, but it also helps you with exploration as well. Next up, we have Ancient Magic Throw Expertise. It's going to catch and throw disarmed enemy weapons. So Expelliarmus, disarm the enemy. Ancient Magic Throw, launch their own weapon at them. Deal a lot of damage to them with their own weapons. Then we have an upgrade for Protego. Successful Protego blocks will contribute to the Ancient Magic meter. Perfect blocks contribute even more. This one's just going to help with the Ancient Magic. Above your health in the bottom right, you do get some blue bars. They are your Ancient Magic. And at the start, combos are going to be the only thing pretty much that build that up. Whereas there are things in the talent trees that are going to let you use other things in combat to help build that meter. Then moving over to the left, this is a really, really important one. This is basic cast mastery. And when you use that basic cast, when it actually impacts an enemy, when it hits them, it's going to reduce your spell cooldowns. So my favorite combo is Levioso, 3 basic cast hits to keep the enemy airborne. I don't do the 4th one to get the extra damage because that knocks the enemies out of the air. But after the 3 hits, I use Accio, Incendio, and then another 3 basic hits. And those basic hits are going to reduce your spell cooldown so you can use them even faster. Then moving up, this one is also incredibly important, Revelio Mastery. It just increases the range of Revelio. So when you're on your broom, you can reveal entire sort of activities in the open world. Revelio, however, if you're in Hogwarts Castle when you're not able to fly around, the range, it's not too small, but this increase is massive. So you're going to be able to see all the different secrets, the locked doors, the chests, and everything from a much further distance. And then the other one that I've focused on is the basic cast airborne absorption. Basic cast impacts on airborne enemies contribute more to the ancient magic meter. So using Levioso, lifting them up, basic cast when it hits them, it's going to give you more of your ancient magic meter. But by far, this core tree is the most important. And at the very start of unlocking your talents, I would definitely get spell knowledge, upgrade the potency of your Wiggenweld potions, and then I would come over and do some of the things that are going to help you build up your ancient magic meter faster, as well as definitely getting that Revelio mastery, and also getting that basic cast mastery so that you can reduce your spell cooldowns. Then for me, the next best talent tree is going to be spells. The reason for that is the spells you use, Incendio, Depulso, all that sort of stuff, they are going to get drastically improved. If we have a look here, casting Incendio unleashes a ring of flame around you, so that's an entire upgrade. Instead of just doing a short range attack, you're going to have a ring of fire around you as well. Then Accio, enemies near a target summoned by Accio are also pulled to you, so you don't just pull one enemy, you pull multiple towards you. And then Levioso, enemies near a target levitated by Levioso are also levitated, so the same upgrade as Accio, but you can use Levioso to do the same thing, and instead of pulling 3 enemies towards you, like as an example in the tutorial, you're going to lift the 3 enemies off the floor. And then we do have things for Confringo, we have them for loads of other spells, but at the moment I'm saving my talent points because I want to hit level 22, and then I wouldn't really focus on stealth personally. I have unlocked one, and that is to allow you to sprint while using Disillusionment. It's a very, very slow movement sort of mechanic whilst you're using this spell, and it just makes the flow of the gameplay better whilst you're using the spell. It will eventually become tedious looking for the eyeball chests and having to move around really slow, so I just grabbed this one because it was available. I wouldn't really bother with lowering the ability for enemies to be able to detect you. Although obviously if you want a stealth playthrough, then this is going to be the tree for you. I just don't see it as being very important. Maybe this one, Petrificus Totalis, emanates an area of effect that can impact nearby enemies. All you need to do to use this spell is use Disillusionment and then just basically go up behind an enemy and it pops up with the button, it's X on the Xbox controller, so square on a PlayStation controller. You press that and it kind of just locks enemies up. The small ads or the smaller mobs, they are going to pretty much die instantly. And with this unlocked when you reach level 22, as you can see in the tutorial, it's going to impact nearby enemies as well, so you can take out groups. Then the Dark Arts, that sort of stuff comes later in the game. You get things like dealing damage to a cursed target inflicts damage to all cursed targets. So I would definitely recommend starting off with the core tree, also focusing on the spells themselves. If you've got the Room of Requirement unlocked and you want to go with a plant damage build or whatever, then go for the Room of Requirement ones. If you want stealth gameplay, go with that. And then Dark Arts, I think a lot of players, even if they don't really want to at the start, towards the end, they're going to focus on the Dark Arts because they're so powerful. So that tree might come into play. But don't just think, oh, I'm level 16, I can unlock all of these different things and then go and unlock them all. Because the ones that aren't that important, like successfully evading an unblockable attack, that one's actually probably decent because when you get to a higher level, in fact, I'm going to unlock that one. When you get to a higher level, there's a lot of enemies that you can't Protego their attacks, you have to dodge them. So that might be a decent one as well, but you wouldn't just go, oh, I'm going to block spells with perfect Protego all the time, so I'm going to unlock that, because you are limited to the points you can actually put into these trees. So definitely 100% focus most of your time into the core tree, then work around the others depending on your playstyle. Personally, I like the spell tree over stealth and Room of Requirement. I don't know if I ever will actually use the plants. I'm growing all the ingredients and stuff in the Room of Requirement, but I don't know if I'll ever chuck them into my build. Unless I've just got some sitting there, I might use them every now and then. I don't really use the potions and stuff either. I probably should, but it's just something I don't do at the moment. And that was the best talents to unlock to become overpowered in Hogwarts Legacy. And that is going to do it for this video. Let me know your thoughts and stuff about Hogwarts Legacy in the comments. And check out this video if you want to see other content on the channel. I will see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.